Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading all about the positive shifts that are occurring in your life over the course of the next 90 days. So we have the King of Swords, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we also have the King of Wands, and the Hanged Man was the card on the bottom of the deck, and you'll notice it's in the reverse position. So we have all court cards, and we also, after the Hanged Man in reverse, we also have the King of Wands here. We also have the Four of Swords in reverse and the Six of Wands in reverse. This is telling me, Pile 1, that when you start to take action that is in alignment with your values, because the Knight of Wands is very, very passionate. It's very fast moving. But the Four of Swords and the Six of Wands, it feels like you don't feel like yourself. And so you are wanting to shift. I am seeing this mostly as a career reading. It doesn't need to be taken as such if you feel elsewhere. But this King of Swords here, this is a card of reason. It's a card of justice. It's a card that symbolizes intelligence at its peak. When I was shuffling this deck, Harvey Specter came to mind. And if you don't know the character, it's from Suits. He's from Suits. But there's always the phrase that he talks about, he poses to Mike. The reason I like the show is it's strictly about law. It's not about murder or crime or anything, but it poses sometimes like philosophical questions. And if someone has a G to your head, there's always more than one option. Like, that's the one thing that he emphasizes, and it becomes sort of a motif of the show, is that there's always something that you can do in a situation, even when you feel like your hands are tied. And physically, this is the state of the Hanged Man here. With the Hanged Man in reverse, I'm definitely seeing that you are seeking wisdom, you are seeking knowledge from others in your profession who have been in your shoes before, because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving of all the court card. Well, the Suit of Pentacles is the slowest when it comes to time progression. I think that with the two masculine suits here, the swords and the wands, there is a balance between listening to others and listening to yourself over the course of the next 3 months. You're going to be finding a pathway. And the Knight of Pentacles is a change in your line of career. So, for example, with the Hanged One in reverse, you might have doubts about the position because although it pays well, maybe it doesn't make you happy. And with the Four of Swords in reverse, that's always the card associated with rest. And in reverse, maybe, it's taken a toll on your sleep schedule, or it's taken a toll on your appetite. It's interesting because the King of Swords is facing us, while the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands, I think that you're going to find someone, a professional, and you're going to be very impressed by their charisma, by the way they hold a presence in a room. Now, that obviously might mean leaving a different job. Okay? And with the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands, there's this conversation aspect going on, which makes me think of some sort of professional mentorship, such as from a career counselor, from just a therapist, because sometimes changes in our career can bring about certain emotions that maybe we didn't really realize they were there. With this Hanged Man in reverse, this is all about unlearning or unraveling those belief systems that were never really ours to begin with. And with the Knight of Pentacles, this is the road that you've taken. Like, sometimes it's okay to do a 180 and just go the other way. But sometimes persistence is key, because what if you just made it one more mile and you reached the end, or you reached this turning point? So your spirit guides are really encouraging you to have persistence. We also have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So there's two knights here. Now, you could be going to travel for business. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you took a business or company retreat to sort of recharge those professional batteries. I'm also seeing with the Knight of Pentacles facing the King of Wands, there's a powerful urge to network amongst others. Also, like, just driving up to a company and giving them your resume, 9 times out of 10, you are guaranteed to get an interview, because it's not a common thing that people just go and hand someone their resume. So, like, breaking convention in order to show people what you're willing to do for the job is something that I think you're going to find when the right opportunity strikes. Now, we have 2 kings here. So I think you are going to receive help from fewer people, but it's going to be people that you trust. I think that you have learned over the course of your life not to divulge every little thing to everybody. And with the King of Swords here, this is justice. This is fate working in your favor, as long as you meet the universe halfway and you're working for it. But in your career, you might be surprised by how many people are willing to go out of their way to help guide you in the path. I think, again, it's not a bad idea to get advice, to get feedback from others, again, especially those who have been in your shoes before. That said, no one can really make the decision to do something other than you, okay? So there's this agency, and I'm also seeing that, like, family and friends are going to be critical in helping you see love in yourself and learning how to recognize the people that you can trust means that they don't just go and betray your loyalty, for example. What was I gonna do? Hold on 1 minute. There's also a need with this Hanged Man in reverse to release the wrongs that you've experienced. And so, like, forgiving others will help you let go of this pain that your body has stored from within. It's almost like giving yourself an energetic tune-up. Oopsies. I like to keep the thing on so I can make sure it's recording. Okay, since we're approaching Pisces season, I'm going to get one of these whispers from the ocean cards. You could have a mix of before I move on to oracle cards. You could have a mix of air, earth, or fire signs as your big three. I'm also seeing with the kings here, your Mars sign could either be in an air sign or a fire sign in one of the more masculine things. So that's Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sag. You tend to leave a situation when you don't feel like you're being tested or stimulated intellectually. Ooh. Pile 1 shifts that are happening for Pile 1 over the course of the next 3 months. Yeah, okay. This makes sense. We have 2 that came out. We have shedding the old. There is a change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure so that you will be able to see these new prospects. If 38, if you break it down, 3 or 8 could be your life path number, or 11, or those months are significant. So between March and August, there might be a lot of positive change happening for you, or a lot of change that is going to alter the course, and therefore you're going to need to think about where it is you want to be, and if possible, devising a new strategy for how to get there. We also have leaping through the air. A plan you have made is on track. If you are waiting for something, get to work and stop putting off ideas or projects you are considering. This is sort of like run with it, whatever it is, because some of you have a fear of failure. You don't want to disappoint yourself. You don't want to disappoint others. And something tells me that your spirit guides are wanting you to really listen to yourself and rely less on other people's permission. And maybe that's something that you're going to notice diminishing over the course of the next 3 months. Let's get a love message, because maybe you're in between 2 lovers. I don't know. Let's see. Pile 1 shifts happening over the course of the next 3 months. Yeah, we have let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. You cannot force someone to change, nor can you force yourself to, well, you can, but it's a tough pill to swallow. Like swallowing the fact that you're going to be unhappy just for the sake of security. And emotionally toxic relationships are not hard or not easy to get out of. It's not as simple as walking away, but recognizing your power in the situation, and that other people don't necessarily have to have power over you. Claim that back. We also have very soon. Clearly decide what it is that you want so it comes to you now. So let's say you're in between 2 people, or maybe you just feel like you're unsure if this relationship is going to last. maybe take a proactive approach and make a pros and cons, and like think about if you can see yourself with this person in the next 5 years, if you can grow with this person in the next 5 years. Do you like yourself within this relationship or in this connection? Do you like who you are or what this person brings out in you? We also have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith, but also putting an effort in the outcome that you want to achieve, or towards the outcome you want to achieve. I was sensing career, so let's get a career card. Something tells me that either, like, that in the relationship also, you might feel like you are needing to prove your worth in order to deserve X, Y, or Z. Like, so for example, like doing everything in your power to essentially where I'm going with this is you need to be more obvious and straightforward with conversations. Like sometimes you might think that your partner knows what you want or knows what you need, and sometimes they don't. And instead of directing anger towards that, how can you channel that passion more productively? Okay, so we have study. Perhaps you're going back to school, or you're seeking the advice of perhaps an academic mentor of yours. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. And the King of Swords is always acquiring new information. They never stop learning, because a true master does not believe that he knows everything in the end, you know? So perhaps going back to school, we have sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. Again, especially if a career is having an effect, a chronic effect on your health or your mental health, it's either you or the job. And I know that sounds harsh, but there are options out there that are not going to make you feel like you're on a roller coaster, right? Like, and then we have flowers. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. Maybe you're an aromatherapist. Maybe you like to create perfumes from petals, or you like to just see a fresh bouquet of flowers on your desk. Also, you could be, like you could work in weddings and do flower arrangements, but surround yourself with flowers, because I think it helps that inspiration. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have, I almost said blossom. We have counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. So again, perhaps you're going back to school, you're returning to something that you were once doing. And so maybe you didn't complete your master's program and you're going back, or you're seeing a counselor about your options, or this could even be like some of you are going back to school to become a counselor. Dun, 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 dun. get a message from a goddess. And then we'll close with an affirmation. Next 3 months. Energies shifting in the next 3 months. We have Morgan Le Fay with the number 16. That reduces to 7. And I don't know if those numbers are of significance to you. We have witchcraft, divination, power, and magic. And on the back of the deck, we have Ming Po with karma, reincarnation, and memories. This is very King of Swords. This is like the feminine aspect of the King of Swords, but oopsies. So with Morgan Le Fay, we have witchcraft, we have divination. There almost seems to be a desire to look into your future, to make sure that you're on the right path, and that's just to quench our egos, because sometimes when we're walking blind and we don't know what lies in store for us next, or when we're desperate to learn about or desperate to know if things are going to change in our favor, we want power over our circumstances. Believing in magic, okay? Believing that anything is possible, believing that your dreams are coming true, because something tells me that there are times when you shun your dreams or like shove them under the rug just to avoid thinking about them, because sometimes I think we've conditioned ourselves to believe that when we stop thinking about how something can happen because it doesn't seem real now, like we don't want to think about it. And I think your spirit guides are asking you to almost do the reverse, to manifest it. I just saw 2222, so repeating twos could be significant. My camera is going to cut me off, so let me come back. Let me see what the book has to say about Morgan. She is known in the Arthurian legends as the half-sister of King Arthur and the student, according to some myths, lover of the great magician Merlin. Her name means Morgan the Fairy, and she is depicted in the early myths as a magical fairy being, one of 9 sisters who took King Arthur to the Isle of Avalon and healed him after he was fatally wounded in battle. Morgan Le Fay was a helper, healer, and protector to the king in the early myths, but was later seen as a villain, a woman crazy with power who used magic and witchcraft to get her way. It is interesting to note that the myths began to change in the Middle Ages when women doing... Hold on, I'll let you see it. When women doing magic was seen as something to be feared. As women take back their power and magic and witchcraft move into the mainstream, Morgan Le Fay is now being seen for what she really was, a powerful and magical woman who, like all of us, has the power to both harm and heal. Many women in modern times are drawn to Morgan Le Fay as a powerful guide who can help them access and activate their spiritual power so they can use their magic in ways that help both themselves and others. Embrace your power. Remember your magic, and remember you are magic. Use your magic to heal and help yourself and others. So in love, if your love is unrequited, let it go. You won't be for everyone, and that's okay. Look for and love the people who will love you back. For you. You don't have to change for anybody. Prosperity. Work with prosperity magic. Know that you know what you want. Figure out how to get it and then go for it. And purpose. Your purpose is to reclaim, activate, and expand your spiritual power and ability to create magic in your life. Work with healing spells and rituals to heal the parts of yourself that need love. Release old, ancient, unrequited loves. In other words, release your exes. And especially if they're still in contact with you, put space between your exes, because 9 times out of 10, we don't go back to those relationships because it wasn't meant to be, right? Sometimes our rates of growth do not align, and that's okay. We want different things. But it's also not fair to make yourself available to your ex if they're using you, or they're putting false beliefs inside your heart. So this is claiming your power and owning your divinity as a manifester. I would also encourage you to look up your human design type, or look into some astrology, like look into your natal chart, how, like, using spirituality to understand yourself deeper. And that's what I love about spirituality. Okay, and then we have Mengpo. Mengpo, the Chinese goddess of forgetfulness, serves soup or the 5-flavored tea of forgetfulness to recently passed over souls on the Nai He Bridge, the bridge of forgetfulness. This brew wipes the memory of the soul so as not to take the suffering and painful memories of the last life with them into their next incarnation. The soup, however, does not wipe the soul's karma. The souls must still continue to reincarnate until all their karma is balanced. But this process becomes much easier if the souls are not weighed down by the pain and suffering of the past. You can still access your past lives through regressions, but much of the time it's not the details of the past that are important, but how you live in the here and now. Mengpo can help you release any suffering that you are carrying from your past or past lives so that you can freely live in this life. She can help you get on with your divine mission without being weighed down by the past. Remember who you are and the truth of your spirit. Leave your suffering behind you and focus on the present moment and the steps ahead. In love, you might have a strong past life connection with people in your current life. Work on harmony in your relationships to balance your own karma. In prosperity, all souls have different lessons to learn about prosperity, so consider what yours may be in this life and work through them. If you're having any problems or blocks in this area, they may relate to your past life issues. So in understanding your past life, it's important to look at your south node. The south node is all of the knowledge that you have come into this world with. Your purpose is to simply remember who you are, to remember that you're a divine being having a human experience, and move forward on the wheel of karma, clearing, healing, and progressing. Past life work may be deeply healing for you. It's time to let go of the baggage, pain, and suffering you have accumulated in this life. Give yourself permission to heal your past and wipe your slate clean. Call on Mengpo for assistance with forgetfulness and memory recall, remembering past lives, clearing and healing karma, cooking, safe passage through times of transition, meeting and connecting with soulmates and soul family, and being present in this lifetime. Okay, and I do want to get I lied. I want to get one more deck. I'm just kidding. I'm going to get a self-care card and then we'll do our affirmation. Look at that. It's like we needed to do this. Positive affirmations. Now, I will make a note that, like, if you were very, very deep in it and you don't really see how repeating a positive affirmation can make a difference, or you just don't believe the affirmation that you're saying, start with bridge statements. So, for example, if you're struggling with body image, you can say, well, it's possible that I'm not as ugly, or I'm not as pale, I don't know, as I think I am. There's things that, like, you need to it's almost, again, like you need to build a bridge. You can't jump from A to B if you're not ready. So also give yourself grace. The affirmation associated with this: I speak to myself with love and compassion and extend it to all those I meet. The journal prompt: what thought patterns are preventing you from being positive at all times when speaking to yourself? And then we will close with a card from the Affirmators deck. But also maybe listening to subliminals that repeat positive affirmations. Like, it's all about reprogramming your brain. And again, unlearning those paradigms that we were socialized to believe is the first step. But also nourishing our temple, nourishing our souls with the affirmations that lift us up. Options. As I open to the abundant possibilities, of my life's path, I'm reminded that I always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and I allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest without limiting thoughts like, you can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato. So you have options, pile one. Don't let life scare you into one corner, okay? Navigate with a beginner's mindset. And that just means seeing each day as an opportunity to learn and grow. So that's all I have for you. Thank you so much. Toodles! Welcome to your reading, pile 2, on the shifts that you are going to be experiencing over the course of the next 90 days. So the star card is the bottom of the deck energy. Just put some black tourmaline. The star card is all about hope and optimism. However, it's also an indicator of feeling comfortable expressing yourself authentically. And so in the next 3 months, I am seeing that is sort of a central theme, authentic expression, and embracing a new side of independence and leadership within your career. So this King of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Wands and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. The Two of Pentacles in reverse in this deck sort of reminds me of finding a better balance between your wants and your needs. And that can be relative to your career and feeling valued as an employee. This can mean valued and heard and boundaries respected within a relationship. Are you advocating for yourself? And that's where this Ace of Wands comes in. I have a feeling that there is going to be a very strong transformation here in the way that you live your life. And this is coming from this drive of wanting more, of wanting different circumstances. The Two of Pentacles in reverse is also one of chaos, and you are summoning control over life's present obstacles, whatever is happening with you now. This is also a sign that the investments that you are putting your efforts toward are going to pay off, or at least start to pay off in the next 90 days. I'm also sensing more balance with regards to the time you spend inside and outside, and also like relative to your social circles. You might be meeting new friends, or you may be even getting noticed by someone on the internet. The Ace of Wands can also be a birth of a child. So some of you are growing it's almost like you're growing you're like an internal home to support the growing life inside of you. And the King of Pentacles is this is earth energy. So this is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Ace of Wands is fire energy. So this is Aries, Leo, Sag. And then the Two of Pentacles, I believe, is associated with the sign of Capricorn. And then we have the star with Aquarius energy here, emphasizing the planet Uranus. With this king here as a figure of authority, I do think that you're taking your power back from issues that you've had in the past that have continued to weigh in, if that makes sense. Because I think you have certain fears of what would happen if you stood up for yourself, or what would happen if you left the company that you're working at that makes you really unhappy. You're learning how to be strong and stand on your own 2 feet in this time of turbulence. And it will show in your work ethic. You are really skilled at a multitude of different things. With the Two of Pentacles in reverse, I'm almost seeing like this need for creativity that is not actively being expressed right now. Some of you might have this idea, for example, to design an app or to use technology in a certain way to market to a certain audience, whether this be an audience that you are representing as a company, or you starting your own business. Let's get, hold on 1 minute. I'm curious to see the star is January 20th to February 18th. At the time I'm filming this, we're at February 16th. So something big is about to change for you. Whether this be a job offering, whether this be a new relationship that enters your life, whether this be a growing presence on social media, this sudden change is going to welcome this new vibration, and it's going to inspire you to really act in alignment with your beliefs. Because according to the law of dissonance, we either have to change our beliefs or our actions for the outcome to change. And the Two of Pentacles, maybe you don't know what that is yet. But with the star here, this is optimism. This is the energy of sudden shifts. And so something or someone is going to help you navigate these waters so that you are no longer feeling so lost. And this could even be understanding that comes from looking into your natal chart or looking into your human design chart or, diving into tarot and seeing what cards come up. Feeling seen and heard is important to you because you want to feel appreciated. However, you don't want it to feel fake, if that makes sense. The Two of Pentacles is December 22nd to December 30th. And the Ace of Wands is the season of summer. So December 22nd to December 30th, that may have been last year, like where maybe last December around that time, you were like, you kind of knew what it is you needed to change, because I think that was sort of the beginning of this unraveling point. And the star is representing hope for the future, okay? Aquarius is associated with the future, and there's this strength that the universe is trying to show you, so that you recognize that your strength doesn't need to come from a job or a partner. You are almost fiercely independent, pile 2. The King of Pentacles is the ruler of the third decan of Aries. So that is April 11th to April 20th. But it also rules the first 2 decans of Taurus, which goes from April 21st to April 30th, and then May 1st through May 10th. So this time period, literally we could honestly say between December 22nd through now the summer months, this is going to be like the home stretch. This is where shift happens. I'm seeing also like reclaiming power over your finances, because some of you might have loans from school, or you have some credit card debt, something that you want to pay off before you start this next new chapter of your life. You might be signing something, you might be working with someone as a possible investor to get something off the ground. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say about positive shifts and blessings that are entering pile 2's life. Yes, we have shared inspiration with the dolphins here. And dolphins mate for life, okay? They are very social creatures. And it's interesting because Aquarius and Scorpio are 2 signs that really like to be, like they prefer solitude almost. And so this shared inspiration here, throw yourself into a new project, be willing to let go of time constraints and rules, and really be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. I have a feeling that what you're doing now doesn't. And so it almost feels like you're depleting your energy, or you're depleting your power in whatever it is that you're doing. And you also want to share your inspiration with someone. This could also be like starting a podcast with a friend or a sister, or a sibling. Maybe you have a sister. At the bottom of the deck, it's hilarious because I just learned about these fish through this deck. This is a unicorn fish. Unexplained wonder. Magical blessings and miracles are occurring in your life. All your prayers are answered now. I do want to say that blessings can be in development and you just are not seeing it happen, okay? I am seeing this definitely coincides with the star, and you feeling directed towards your true north. Compass imagery is coming to mind for some of you. So I'm going to get some cards for love, career, and abundance. Shifts happening for pile 2 in the next 3 months. Pile 2, okay, we have flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. And you are the type of people to light up the room. Like, I think people recognize your charisma early on. Like, they can feel your presence. I was thinking this. We have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner child or your youthful spirit of fun to shine. Do something fun. Like, take a chance, take a risk. Do something maybe that you did as a child that really lifted your spirits up. This could even be going to trivia night. I don't know why I'm seeing trivia night, but for some of you, pile 2 next. Or you're going to meet someone, I think, if you haven't already. This King of Pentacles, what I like is that there's distance between himself and the city, right? He's cultivated like this home space, and this is Taurian vibes. I'm also getting heavy Taurus. Taurus, Capricorn, and Aquarius. Those are the 3. Maybe a little Leo in there. But this person is going to, though they're going to be responsible and though they're relatively serious, I think they bring out this fun side in you that otherwise lies dormant. We have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Isn't that what we've been saying this whole time, is taking control here with this Ace of Wands? Like, feeling this compelled, oh my gosh, I cannot talk. Feeling compelled to make things happen, to manifest. Choose one thing to focus on and like go all in with it. That's what I see with the King of Pentacles and the Ace. Now, you might have to balance time with that 2 of Pentacles in reverse. You might have to sacrifice some screen time, or maybe watching the new show when it comes on. We have energy healing. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. Maybe you've always felt drawn to Reiki, or yoga, or learning more about the chakras, Eastern philosophy, what have you. This might be your calling card to look into it further. Or if you have a medium that can read your aura, that might be something. That might be a confirmation to go see an energy healer, to learn more about yourself, to bring that awareness to light. We also have time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires, not what somebody else wants. And we also have support. Your life purpose fully supports you. I think we're always, there's always this feeling that we need to chase our life purpose down. And it's actually quite the opposite. I can say confidently that most times it comes out in us naturally, or it chooses us. Finding mediums of support that you can rely on, even if this means talking to your spiritual team, talking to angels or ancestors who had a very strong impact on your life. Even if they're no longer here, just know that their soul is still in existence. They've just changed form. And you can always talk to them when you feel this sense of overwhelm and isolation and unworthiness. Something is telling me that your life purpose is literally right under your nose. Like you've done it before, or you've wanted to do it before, but you're just afraid to take that leap to make it happen. And you can break it down into easy steps. This could also be with the star success on a YouTube channel, and sharing your passion and teaching others about things that you're an expert in. Because I have a feeling that you're very, very, very intelligent. You're a master in a specific field. And it's like when you open your heart, you're more likely to attract those blessings into your life. Okay, so we're going to get the abundance deck. Shifts happening in pile two's finances in the next 90 days. Cooperation instead of competition. What's yours is yours, and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete, as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. What do we talk about partnerships? We talked about partnerships in this reading. I would say if you have the mindset that, like, again, everyone's out to get you, or there's not enough opportunity for me, if you're saying the market is hypersaturated and there's no point, recognize that you're making excuses. Recognize that that is just a thought that you keep telling yourself that has since cultivated roots in your growth garden and is preventing you from being able to enjoy the rest of the flowers, okay? We also have, oh my gosh, Spirit sums it up. It's like, they just get me, okay? Attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming vibes. If you're manifesting with the energy of chasing, you're going to have a harder time attracting that of which you want if the point of attraction does not correspond to the desire. So make note of that. Dun, 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 dun. Alrighty. Let's get a goddess. Actually, yeah, I think that's the next. What goddesses are going to be with you to help you reach your goals of stability. Stability and inspiration. What goddesses are going to help my pile twos reach stability and inspiration. The Two of Pentacles in reverse, by the way, is also, it can be a hobby that you actually turn into a career. And with the Star card, it's something that you actually enjoy doing. And so doing things that bring you joy with this playfulness is going to be beneficial for you over the course of the next 90 days. We have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, with number 19. I think of the Sun card and that energy of nurturing something, bringing a creation to life. And we also have Green Terra, which is liberation and all about reaching that enlightened state, protecting or feeling protected under spirit, feeling divine protection.
Okay, so I'm going to read from the book. So we have 19. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, also known as Saint Anne or Saint Anna, was the mother of Mother Mary. Although she's not mentioned in the Bible, she has been worshipped and revered since the early days of Christianity, and she continues to be honored by the Catholic Church to this day. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, has become a wise motherly beacon of light for those on the new age or spiritual path in recent years, offering ancestral and family healing and love, light, and support to those who you are navigating their own family relationships in various ways. As an older mother, she's often called upon by those who are struggling to conceive, those choosing to live child-free, or those who are questioning and pondering their own aging. The Oracle. Your ancestors stand beside you and support and love you, and they want to see you healed, whole, and happy. Acknowledge and love those who have gone before you, but forge your own path ahead. In love, family relationships may need healing, harmony, and peace. You may have to be the one to step up and help create this rather than expecting others to do it. Prosperity. There is nothing your ancestors want more than to see you succeed and be prosperous and happy. If you feel guilty about having more than others who came before you had, then let that guilt go. The happier and more prosperous you are in this life, the more easily that can flow to those who come after you. Your purpose is to heal, prosper, and experience joy on behalf of all of those who have gone before you, and to lay loving, strong foundations for those who come next. Healing your ancestral lines can be as simple as living your best life in the here and now. Send pink healing light from your heart behind and ahead of you and stand in the power of the here and now. I'm not going to read the creativity or the magic part, but you can if you would like to. And then we have call on Anne, grandmother of Jesus, for assistance with family relationships, ancestral karma and healing, birth, adoption, or fostering, living child-free, finding your place in the here and now, honoring those who've gone before you, building something wonderful for those to come next. And then we have Green Tara. Green Tara, Tara means star, is a Tibetan bodhisattva, a female Buddha and mother of all Buddhas. Although her origins are rooted in Tibetan Buddhism, she's also known across Asia and in India as a Hindu deity. Tara has 21 emanations or aspects, but in the form of Green Tara, she's also known as a protector and liberator. One of her origin stories took place a beginningless time ago, where she appeared as a princess called Wisdom Moon, who was on the path of enlightenment. A group of male monks were confronted and confused by this, as they had always been told a woman could not become enlightened. They told Tara to reincarnate as a man, as her journey would be easier. But she informed them that not only would she continue her journey to enlightenment in the body of a woman, but she would also free all sentient beings from suffering. So I'm not going to read, the oracle is, we'll finish this, and then I'm going to let you read the individual readings, and I will read on the assistance part. Okay, so a true feminist icon, Green Tara can be called upon for help, courage, strength, and protection as you navigate your spiritual path in your daily life. Continue your spiritual journey knowing you are safe and protected by Green Tara and the goddess. Keep showing up for yourself and know that your spiritual work has a greater impact on this world than you can ever imagine. Call on Green Tara for assistance with protection, fear, times of suffering, change and uncertainty, the spiritual journey, spiritual practices, and reaching enlightenment. Okay. what self-care practice is pile 2 going to benefit from in the next 3 months? How is pile 2 giving back to themselves over the next? I got 2. We have dream journal. So pay attention to your dreams. There might be messages from your ancestors, or they could incarnate in your dreams to show you something. We also have pleasure. Connecting with that womb energy, okay? Maybe there's a self-limiting belief around your sexuality that you inherited from your ancestors or your parents that needs to be unlearned. And then we also have dance on the bottom of the deck, which I love. So I'm going to read the affirmation and the journal prompt associated with this. 40, I am worthy of pleasures, the affirmation. And this is also an exploration of what makes the senses light up. What kind of pleasures do you want to call into your life? What do your eyes want to see? What does your nose want to smell? What do your ears want to hear? Maybe it's Taylor Swift. Allowing ourselves grace and giving ourselves what our bodies need. Listening to what we need. And then in the dream journal, we have the mantra, I remember my dreams, control my dreams, and use my dreams as a playground for my growth. And the associated journal prompt is, recall a recent or powerful dream you had, writing it out as if it were a story. What lessons can you learn from this dream? And dance, we have, I feel empowered to express myself through movement, embracing my unique dance style. The journal prompt, do you feel comfortable dancing? If yes, what style of dance makes you feel most radiant and best expresses you? If no, why do you feel uncomfortable, and how do you think you could work through this discomfort? And then last but not least, I'm going to pull a affirmation card from the Affirmators deck. We have trust. I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partly because I simply know in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener. Those always make me laugh. I hope to collect more of these. But if you are into some self-care and you want a deck, this deck never fails to cheer me up. So there's that. Okay, pile 2, that is all I have for you in the shifts that are happening over the course of the next few months. Let me know if this video resonated or if this message resonated, and I will see you in the next reading. Toodles! Welcome, pile 3, to your reading all about the shifts that are going to be taking place within the next few months. So we have the Queen of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. And then on the bottom of the deck, we had the Hierophant in reverse with the Seven of Pentacles. With the Queen of Wands, this is confidence. This is creativity at its finest. This is putting so much love and passion into a project that you want to scream it from the rooftops. So this could be your energy or someone else's, typically associated with a fire sign, specifically Aries. But Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius could be significant. Whether that be your big three or someone else's, like I said. Now, the time frame, this is affiliated with the last 10 days of Pisces season and the first 20 days of Aries season. So that is about March 20th or March 11th to the 20th, and then March 21st all the way to April 10th. So you could be you could have a birthday between then as a potential fire sign or Aries. I almost said fire sign, but if you were in the next 30 days or so, you'd be an Aries. Queen of Wands is she is entrepreneurship. She embodies this energy of having the freedom to create. And it feels like right now, especially with this Two of Wands and the Seven of Cups, you're really focused on manifesting something different. And my guess is creative freedom. Maybe one choice doesn't necessarily fulfill all of these cups of yours. And with the Hierophant in reverse, I'm looking at this like the stairway to heaven, but sometimes you have to take a break. Sometimes you have to do something a little bit different and mix things up. And it's okay, especially pile 3, if in the next 3 months, your aspirations about your future change. Let's see. Can you clarify the Queen of Wands? Can you clarify the Queen of Wands, please? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors. Clarify the Queen of Wands for pile 3, relevant to the changes happening. I think this is your energy. That's what I'm seeing the most. So we do have the Hanged Man in reverse. This says useless sacrifice, false friendships. So be aware of people. Be careful of what you say to other people is what I'm going to tell you. Because some people can appear to have your best interest at heart. However, they might betray your loyalty in the future. We also have the Seven of Wands. Competitive undertakings will succeed, courage to overcome difficulties, and that's highlighting this resilience in the Queen of Wands. It's this celebration of authenticity and accomplishment. We also have the Nine of Cups right here, which is all about wish fulfillment. And we also have the Six of Cups, a new beginning, radical change from old-time associations and environments. This is like childhood healing. Or maybe there needs to be this is like where you're addressing a childhood wound that is perhaps been holding you back from the future. Because we do have the Hierophant in reverse here. And this is only seeing what they're told. This is a negative mindset. So overcoming these circumstances with an attitude of how can I make the most of this situation is really important. And also like with the Seven of Pentacles here, complaining about the size of this plan isn't going to make it grow faster, right? Complaining about your job, it might feel good in the moment to vent, but chronic venting turns into toxic dumping. And it creates more negativity around you. So maybe, yeah, like the situation, it sucks, okay? But I have a feeling that you've been through worse and that this is happening. This chaos it's sort of like the professional growing pains of really vibing with this, I'm not going to take anybody's BS sort of attitude. And with the Two of Wands, it's like you have what you thought you wanted, but now it's like you have a chance to take what you have and go further with it. And that's what the Seven of Cups energy is. Can you clarify the Two of Wands? Can you clarify the Two of Wands, please? I'm also seeing either like you guys are getting into spirituality and you're becoming an entrepreneur. So like yoga instructor, Reiki healer, tarot reader, astrologist, like the possibilities in the spiritual field are endless. And I think it really gives you a satisfaction when you can make a positive difference in other people's lives. I really think that as a life coach, helping other people direct themselves and take more risks in their careers is something that maybe you're an expert on or you can speak about from experience. I had a card fall down. Yeah, we have Justice here. So success in business and legal matters, good judgment. I just recognized we have 2 2s and then we have 3 7s. 1, 2, 3. So if you see repeating 2s or if you see repeating 1s like 11, 11, that might be a sign. With the 2 of Wands, I'm seeing or like a nutritionist, because like health and fitness, that's another like duality that we see. Or even a translator, because we do have this air sign energy here. But doing something that helps you feel like you're making a positive contribution might be more fulfilling to you. There's also some contract possibly being signed with regards to either a house or a new lease, a mortgage, because 7 of Cups can also be a loan. You're looking into how to get a loan for something. Whoa, we had the 7 of Pentacles come out again. Prudence in business matters will eventually bring their just desserts. So you're waiting on something maybe to get approved. You may be waiting to go back to school so that you kind of feel like you're getting somewhere. Because the 7 of Pentacles can talk about feeling blocked. 7s are lucky, like 777. Just having like 2 7s, this is all about being at the right place at the right time and receiving these messages of synchronicity. And that relies a great deal on faith, okay, that things are going to turn out differently. We have the 10 of Wands here, help in solving your problems to overcome heavy burdens. You are a lot stronger than you think you are. This Queen of Wands might be a career counselor or a life coach or someone, again, who has the knowledge to help you see the bigger picture. Because the 2 of Wands and the 7 of Cups, it's very self-focused. Like, which choice do I make for me? And then, like, the 2 of Wands, this is making a commitment to yourself to manifest big, okay? I'm feeling very high energy right now. We had 2 cards fall down. We had the High Priestess. Doubtful future, beware of a cruel female, whether this be like a mother figure or a female boss. I was sensing something like we had this false friendships here. So I would really be mindful of who you turn to. Make sure that this is someone who has a positive track record. Because this is the thing. The way I always see like talking about something to someone. This is why therapists, like, this is why we have laws of ethics. It's like you could tell this person something super, super personal, and then they'd be on the phone talking about this to a friend. And it's like a violation of trust. Now, I'm not saying cancel this relationship completely, but making sure that you are
maintaining those boundaries of like, hi, can you keep this in the vault? Not talking about it. My Aunt Maria and I, we used to have like that code, like, can I use my discretion and share it, you know, accordingly, or is this a vault thing? So make sure if it's something that you don't want to be shared, that you be explicit about it. We also have unfavorable Uranus with the lucky number 8. Denotes a slight delay in plans, indicates minor disappointments. You have options, okay? And that's just because one thing doesn't work out doesn't mean there's more opportunity. I am going to go get some water. So if you need to get your hydration on, highly recommend you do that now. Okay, so I also wanted to look up and see what 7s mean, because we have 1 7, 2 7, 3 7, 4 7. So 4 7s, great potential in areas of spiritual, psychic, and witchy development, manifesting relationships, and the potential to conjure up amazing things. For 3 7s, manifestation, which may take a little bit more effort, prediction through intuition, and success by following your hunches. So your spirit guides are really urging you to connect with your intuition, connect with that creative side. Even if it's creativity you channel in an intellectual way, meaning maybe reading either a book outside of your comfort zone or choosing a book about a subject that you really want to dive deep into. I highly recommend a memoir because it's very inspirational, and it's a way that we can connect to someone who has gone through something similar. Because I think there's a craving for solidarity. Also, when I sat down to pause the video or pause the audio, I saw 1212, and it means that your time is coming. It's about to happen for you, and you can feel it. So many blessings are near. Keep believing, keep praying, and watch your life change for the better. This is a divine message from your guardian angels of good luck and good fortune in all areas. You have lots of positive energy surrounding you, including power, balance, nurturing, passion, courageousness, and stability. You bring, there's something about harmony. And then 1212 brings an overwhelming sense of calm, peacefulness, and beauty. If you see the angel number 1212, good times are upon you. If you keep your intentions clear and your heart pure, you are a beautiful soul here for a reason. And then last one is, I was going to do 222. Good omen for relationships. Seek balance and peace. And we have this justice card. We have the high priestess, which the high priestess is the embodiment of justice, though it refers more to connecting with our emotion. Whereas justice is connecting to the law, or connecting to fact, connecting to truth. And our hunches, though, those are what speak to us. Like 9 times out of 10, when we doubt our intuition, we tend to make the wrong choice. Let me go and I would love if you have any, I do have my Etsy shop linked down below, but some of you need guidance in career, and I'm dying to give a career reading. I'm thirsty for one, okay? I really enjoyed career counseling in my master's. And I think before then, I didn't really understand why career counseling, what the big deal was. And then I took, in reading the book, it's very interesting. And it's when you're happy in your life purpose and you're happy in your career, everything usually falls around that. Okay, let's see. We have perspective. Try a different approach. Change your outlook, opinions, point of view. Okay. So again, Maybe traveling somewhere new or moving away is going to help you process information differently. This could even be seeing a therapist, because I can't count on my hand the number of times I would go into a therapy session either not wanting to do the therapy because deep down I didn't want to confront what I needed to confront, but it's like they make it less scary almost. Like it's almost like a ping pong table and you're bouncing thoughts to somebody and they're there to absorb it and help you channel and direct those thoughts and that thought process. Okay, I'm just going to go with it because we have a lot of cards here. We have can't even deal with the situation, don't know what to say or do, can't comprehend, shaking my head. Wow. You can't believe like what is happening in terms of what you're going through right now. Like it's just, I think it's getting to the point where it's like you're numb to everything. We have bounce, leaving the situation or person. It's time to leave it all behind, leaving fast, wrap it up. And then we have struggle is real, hitting a rough patch in life, frustrating situation, not easy, trying times, setback, annoyed. And then we have benching, putting someone on hold, has potential but not sure yet, waiting, maybe grass is greener on the other side. Yeah, so this is all about leaving a situation that has been bringing you down so that you can actually function as a human being. Because our job, having a stressful job and then coming home and feeling like depleted, it takes a negative toll not only on your mood, but also like on your willingness to want to give yourself self-care rather than just, scrolling on social media for hours because we feel like we're brain dead. It's okay to take a break though. It's okay to take a pause and ask yourself, where do you see yourself in 2 years? Excuse me. I'm going to take the first one that popped out. We have love where you are. Use your sensitivity to know when to act. Connect your heart to your head when determining what you would like. I have a feeling that some of you are either generators or manifesting generators. This is also a sign to be grateful for the opportunities you've been given because those ultimately carry you to your next destination. You take those lessons and you run with it. We also have surrounded by prosperity. Your attention is being drawn to the infinite nature of reality. That which exists outside the known is beyond measure. You can't put a price on happiness, is what I heard with this card. Like, again, maybe you're getting paid a decent amount of money, but if the job is literally draining your mental batteries, it's not going to be worth it in the long run. And I think you've been holding back, pile 3, on what it is that you want, or you are really in doubt about its ability to manifest into reality. I want to get a career card for pile 3. In the next 3 months. We have study. Maybe you're studying for some certification. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. Some of you might be going back to school for a master's degree or something in post-grad. Or you're just learning. Like you could just be reading different books about a subject that you're passionate about. We also have, or like, again, if you want to go into spirituality, learning how to read astrology
or learning how to do yoga, like, and actually getting those certifications. We also have creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. I think this honestly echoes really well what we've been saying. You are honestly tired of like the 7 of Wands attitude. We also have body work. Your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. So maybe some of you are looking to become personal trainers or like Pilates instructors. Let me get a... Let's see what goddess is going to bring you blessings in the next 90 days. For pile 3, spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, what goddess is reaching out to pile 3 and helping them manifest blessings in their lives? We have Sheila Najig. Sheila Najig. I hope I'm saying that right. We have gateway, legacy, and opening. So new possibilities are opening up for you. Using your creativity as a portal or a point of attraction to bring in what it is that you ultimately desire to manifest. I'm going to read this one from the book. Sheila Najig is somewhat of a mystery. Ancient carvings of a hag-like woman holding open her vulva have been found on castles and in cathedrals all over Europe from as early as the 11th century, predominantly in Ireland, Britain, Spain, and France. Ireland has the greatest number of Sheila Najigs. Oh my god. And she's often now considered to be an Irish fertility goddess. While some scholars believe she's an ancient pagan fertility goddess, there's another theory that suggests she's a fearful figure designed to warn against lust. She's also seen as a protector goddess who uses the folklore magic of skirt lifting to ward off evil. Modern feminists have adopted Sheila Najig as a symbol of the power of the goddess and the power of the vagina, the power of life, legacy, and the future of humankind. When this card comes to you in a reading, it's time to invoke some big vagina energy. The Oracle, the energy, love, and transmission of what you are creating and birthing will reach far and wide through space, time, and lifetimes. And I will let you read this if you want. I'm going to just read this call on Sheila for assistance with any issues relating to female sex organs, but also seek medical advice if needed. Any issues relating to sexuality and sexual energy, birth, birthing projects, creations, and dreams, feminism, leaving a legacy, and then opening up and receiving. Okay, and then let me get a self-care card, and then we'll end with an affirmation. I highly recommend The Power of the Erotic. It is a short essay by Audre Lorde. Sister Outsider, just go buy the book. We have dream journals, so you might be seeing certain sequences of numbers or certain family members in your dreams. We also have create art. I'm just going to read to you the associated affirmation and the journal prompt. So for dream journaling, the affirmation: I remember my dreams, control my dreams, and use my dreams as a playground for my growth. The journal prompt: recall a recent or powerful dream you had, writing it out as if it were a story. What lessons can you learn from this dream? And then for creative expression or create art, I am an artist creating a masterpiece that is called my life. Journal prompt: what blocks, real or imagined, stop you from making art? What practical steps can you take to work through these blocks? Okay, and last but certainly not least, we're going to get a affirmation card, an affirmation for the next 3 months for pile 3 whenever they may watch this. This is a timeless reading, so anytime you click on it, it's going to be 3 months from the time you watch it. We have strength. You are hereby declared a strong, resilient warrior of heroic proportions. Enjoy your battles, whatever they are, because you're guaranteed to come through them stronger, brighter, and more compassionate. And based on what I know about mythology, probably with great hair and a six-pack. All right, thank you so much for listening, pile 3. Please let me know if it resonated by giving this video a thumbs up button. And I will hopefully see you in the next reading. Toodles!